this is a game called The Crew 2. And this is also still The Crew 2. As well as this is also The Crew 2. Not to mention this also being The Crew 2. And this is The Crew 2, as well as this being The Crew 2. Oh, and of course, this is also The Crew 2. And this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. They're all The Crew 2. A game that goes so painfully overlooked, but also a game that has been seeing such a massive resurgence in today's racing game culture. What's going on, boys? My name is Sid, and today I'm going to be talking about how this game has made a bit of a, like I said, a cultural resurgence in people being like, hey, The Crew 2's a pretty good game. And where did this all begin? Because the game has been out for like 4 or 5 years now. We've got the announcement of the next game, yet people are arriving to the conclusion that they have been for a while now. The Crew 2 is an underrated racing game. But on top of all of that, it's been specifically mentioned as a game that is, quote, better than Forza Horizon 5. And why has that been the main talking point? Why has it not just been that The Crew 2 pretty good, but why has it specifically been that this game is better than Forza Horizon 5? And where am I even pulling that from? Because I'm not just making it up, I'll tell you that much. Now, videos comparing the two games have been very, very, very common. Now, obviously, this happens with all three of the big racing games. Whenever there's a new Forza, it's compared to Need for Speed and The Crew. Whenever there's a new Need for Speed, it's compared to Forza and The Crew. And I'm 100% certain the moment we get The Crew Motorfest, it will be compared to Forza and Need for Speed. And we can see this in practice. This video here, posted 1 year ago, in that 1 year has amassed 1.8 million views, comparing Forza Horizon 5 to The Crew 2. And generally, when it comes to graphics, Forza is a better looking game. And when it comes to polish and finish, definitively, Forza's a better game. But there has been a large turn in the thinking when it comes to that, because Forza Horizon, recently, Forza Horizon has been going a bit downhill, as well as Unbound came out, and well, Need for Speed Heat has more players than Unbound currently, and Forza Horizon has had a massive decline, and people being like, wait, this game isn't very good actually, or at least the support for the game hasn't been good, with people being disappointed with the Donut Media update, with the 2 expansions, Hot Wheels especially. Okay, ow. Well, Forza really is the poster game. It is the racing game. It's the main one. It's the one that, as described, as you'll hear, is put on very much a very, very big pedestal. But whether it's with the hype surrounding Crew Motorfest, whether it's just the general fact that the Crew has been consistently updating for coming up to 5 years now, whatever one of those indicators, and whatever one of those facts, whatever one of those common denominators it may be, there's been a bit of a change. Because all videos like these were big. Recently, you see more and more video of these show up with the bigger introduction of YouTube Shorts, as well as these videos being very big on TikTok, but a much larger amount of people are now praising The Crew 2 specifically. And on top of that, massive content creators like Goosiest have hopped on The Crew 2 when it was here, down, let me find it, there, then hopping on with me to Drift as well, because, you know, I gave Goosiest the offer to come on The Crew 2, and then this video right here, 4 days ago, this game is more fun than Forza Horizon 5, where he goes in, plays mixed reality, where his IRL wheel and hands are as though they are in the game. And he changed this video's thumbnail title to this because originally it was about the mixed reality, but then it was this game is more fun than Forza Horizon, because that's kind of the hot topic right now, is that this game is better. And you can see that in a few days before this video, Karen, another massive content creator, doing basically the face of hating Forza. Now, of course, I'm sure personally he doesn't hate the game, sure, but he does have an audience fostered who definitely criticize the game a lot, because there's a lot to criticize. Look, I criticize The Crew 2 a lot, but recently, 12 days ago and 7 days ago, he did 2 Crew 2 videos. The details one, I may go through. If you want to see that, subscribe, or just wait till it's in your recommended and subscribe later, because, you know, you do you, I guess. But before that, he did a video, 9 things Crew 2 does better than Forza Horizon 5. And right in the beginning, he brings up some really good points that I mentioned.
Games like Forza Horizon 5 are put on a pedestal, whilst all the other racing games desperately try to compete against Forza's huge fan base. One of these games is The Crew 2, which doesn't get the appreciation that it deserves. Because despite the very obvious flaws, The Crew 2 does in fact execute a lot of things superior to Forza Horizon 5. Which is why I'm here with this video,
and he gives a bunch of those things, which, check this video out, because although I'm going to be mentioning certain things, do go ahead and show Ewan some love as well. Show him that the Crew 2, pretty pog. But I'm going to be talking about some of these things as well. The Crew 2, the game made by Ubisoft Ivory Tower, is finally getting a lot of the recognition for a lot of the things that it offers as a racing game. It has, well, let me check actually, because I don't know the number off by heart, 566 total vehicles over many brands, including boats, planes, bikes, as well as 5 years, I believe roughly, I want to say 14 updates, 14 title updates, bringing this game to a position where a new player is able to pick this game up and have the choice of playing street, drift, drag, hyper, so many more to name that it would be exhausting naming them all, 4 each in 3 separate categories, and then police events, stunt events, secret agent events, sprint racing hill climb event, open world taxiing events, open world exploration / treasure hunt car winning events, Chris Forsberg, real life Chris Forsberg, racing, drifting, rallying events. On top of that, Into the Storm Underground Racing Series events, and real-world style GP touring events. Not to mention the player-made activities, like the player self-done activities, like drag racing at New York Airport, racing around the brand new tracks we have added constantly now, designing liveries, customizing the cars with some of the best customization in any racing game. Just give it a try, pick up any Japanese car, give a look to the customization. What I would no question, not even one of, what I would describe as the best photo mode in any racing game currently out. I would say by far the best to use photo mode currently out there. Maybe in any game, but I don't want to push it that far. But definitely the best racing game photo mode out there. Driving around doing the races, again, it's just there is so much to do in this game that, again, when I'm playing the updates fresh, sure, they get kind of boring. But once the update is out and just there as another accessible thing for a new player to pick up, they're all really good as a collective. With Motorfest to be released sometime this year, and The Crew 2 always being so cheap to pick up, and all these bigger content creators picking up the game, while I'm someone who, yeah, I'm stuck with the game. I'm stuck with it. Look, I enjoyed it before I did content creation. Then when I started, it's where I found the best and most enjoyable to make videos for audience. And now I'm, for lack of anyone else, I suppose. And, okay, it's a very braggadocious statement. I don't like being this braggadocious about myself. The face of The Crew 2. Okay, it's for lack of anyone else, really. Let's be honest for a moment. That was actually a cool stop, though. So yes, if you're one of these people either coming back to the game, you barely touched it, and now you're sort of seeing that, oh, people are playing this game now, welcome to this channel. Subscribe, but you don't have to. You can just check out the videos. They'll be in your recommended. After this one, cycle through some of the content, especially if you're not sure about the game just yet. And what do you think of the game, as well as this massive sort of, like I jokingly described it in a tweet, propaganda campaign surrounding the game now? And the best ways to play this game without getting bored: one, be a new player, because there's a lot for you to do. And if you're coming into this game, do know that it's not that things are too expensive in this game. It's just a game made specifically for grinding. A lot of the time, you're better off playing this game for a long period of time while watching YouTube, while having something on, at least while you're grinding money. Which I do have videos on how to grind money and stuff like that, but the game is very grindy in certain aspects. So yes, it's gonna take a while to get the real big bucks, but as soon as you figure out how to go about getting those real big bucks, it's so easy. Of course, you can watch podcasts like the Stick Drift podcast, which the link for that is in the description. Podcast for all things car culture, racing games, and motorsport. Or you can watch Netflix, or you can watch YouTube videos. You can chill and play this game. You can stay updated for everything that goes on this game. We get so many new cars. We just got this update right here with the GP Racing series, including that new Spiker that you can see there, that KTM that you can see, and that Corvette. All new cars to the touring spec, as well as that Celine, actually, yeah. These themed updates bring a bunch of cars, as well as hypercars like the MC20 that we just received, as well as the Mitsubishi, continuing the highly customizable Japanese cars that we're always getting. There's so much atmosphere and versatility to what you can do in this game that even if you're someone who wants to drag race at New York Airport all day, you're someone who wants to buy a Harley Davidson and drive across the map, you're someone who wants to do a real lifestyle GP racing series, an Into the Storm Underground series, just so much! Street racing, hypercar racing, drift racing. There's so much to do in this game. And that's why we're seeing so many people say stuff like, oh, also there's PvP in this game. There is also, it's in the pause menu, a PvP, a summit, a weekly summit, where you play 9 events as quick as you can, as good as you can. You play those events, and then you're ranked, and you get rewards every single week. I didn't even begin to explain that. I just realized. The summit, PvP. There is so much going on in this game, and that is why this game is recently being heralded as better than Forza Horizon 5. All those reasons are why this game, The Crew 2, is the better game. Thank you to popular members, a special thank you to famous members, and an insane thank you to star members Danimal the Manimal, TK Troller, and Grim Pepper. And an insane, unparalleled thank you to Icon member Chim Charming. That's going to be about it for me, boys, in a bit.